last night time that you had a night out and you even were in a position to enjoy some tapas. Uh, Apparently, originally, tapas were thin slices of bread or meat that sherry drinkers in Andalusia in Spain used to cover their glasses in between sips. And this was practical because it prevented fruit flies from hovering over the sweet sherry and getting at it. And the meat was normally ham or chorizo, both very salty. So the owners were very happy with this because it made drinkers thirsty and made them drink more. And soon the tapas became every bit as important as the alcohol. And uh, tapas, of course, have evolved over the years, and they come in all, well, not necessarily all sizes, but all shapes and all varieties now. And there's a big national competition every year in Spain to decide on the tapas champion. And there's an international competition as well, a World Tapas competition. And that's in Spain also, in the city of Valladolid. And I think that's how it's pronounced. And there's 15 participants from 15 different countries that take part in that. And the fifth one is coming up shortly, the fifth such competition. And it will involve someone from Donegal, Joseph McFadden. Joseph is now living in Orlando, but he has been announced as one of the finalists in the World Tapas finals. And led that Joseph now actually joins us on the line and on screen as well. We're on Facebook Live from Florida. Joseph, good morning to you there.
Good morning to me and good afternoon to you guys, I guess it is, isn't it?
It is indeed. It is indeed.
Yeah.
How's things in Florida today? I imagine I'm hoping it's a bit drier than it is here.
It's sunny, very sunny. I should have put the sunglasses on, but
that's sunny.
But didn't want to look too cool on here,
No. And I suppose it's as warm as it normally is in Florida.
It's cooled down there. We actually had a cold front start there on Sunday, but by cold front, like we're down low 80s, so it's still pretty warm.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Okay.
Now, tell me about ending up in this tapas competition. Well, first of all, let's go back a wee bit. How come you've ended up in Orlando cooking there?
Long story short, I've had a love affair with the USA for a long time. I've been over and back over the last 22 years, and almost 8 years ago, I made the decision to move to Orlando. I had a great opportunity, and I was with Interstate Hotels and Resorts there for 6 years, and then COVID hit, and the opportunity then for Margaritaville Resort came, and I took that. So they're almost a year now.
So you work in the famous Margaritaville Resort. Margaritaville made famous from the Jimmy Buffett song.
Jimmy Buffett song, yeah. Yeah, I'm the executive chef there. I've been there. It'll be a year, November 6th.
Is it as exotic and as relaxing as the song would suggest?
It's more so. It is actually an inland paradise. That's the theme. Yeah. And when you walk in, actually when you drive into the resort, you feel like you're on an island in the Bahamas or somewhere. It's beautiful.
Oh, wow. Would it get many international visitors? Well, in a normal year, would it get a lot of international visitors, or would it be mostly people from the States?
We get a lot. We get a lot of international visitors. We're really close to Disney as well, so people will use it as a stop as well. Right. They get the pool in the morning. They can do the Disney in the evening, or they can switch that around if they want. We have live music at all of our pools. We have 5 different restaurants, and then we have the Sunset Walk as well, which is another 32 shops and restaurants plus other businesses. So you don't have to go anywhere.
It sounds like it. It sounds good. You're definitely selling it. And with 5 different restaurants, and your days are busy.
Very busy, very busy. But thankfully, I have a good team there, great management team. So, just like the island feel, we have that family feel when it comes to our associates. I don't think I've worked anywhere with that sort of continuity, and I think the resort just makes people feel happy when they go to work.
Right. Yeah, I can imagine in those surroundings. But as an executive chef, you probably aren't hands-on. So is this going to be a bit of a stretch for you now when you have to create these tapas?
I haven't lost it yet, John.
I'm not suggesting for a second that you have, but I'm just
No,
saying
but
that when you're out of practice, it might be a wee bit harder.
yes, I understand. You're correct there. I'm more management and financials now than anything, but I still have to jump in and get stuck in.
Right.
I did a good 2 month stint at night when we were changing the restaurant from the Euphoria to the Euphoria Fish House. So Euphoria was Jimmy Buffett's first yacht. That was the name of his first yacht. So that's the name of our restaurant. Yeah. So yeah, I'd be
By
hands
the
on.
way, sorry, just as you mentioned Jimmy Buffett there, does he actually have an association with the resort? Is he like an ambassador or something?
He does. He's been there. Yeah.
Okay.
He goes around them and he makes sure that he's seen at the resorts. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Interesting. All right. Now, sorry, you were going to say?
I haven't got to sit down and play with him yet, but one day.
and he hasn't come into the kitchen to do any cooking with you either, has he? That's yet to happen as well.
He might have to come to Spain and help me with this tapa.
Well, how did the tap thing come about? Like, how does an Irishman cooking in Orlando end up in a tapas final in Spain?
It was an online application. The process was all online. Came up with my idea, did my video, did my photo shoot for it, refined the recipes, sent them all off, and I won it. So I get to represent the USA and all its territories. So yeah. I'm extremely proud of that. It was a tough one because you want to keep it simple when it comes to a tapa, but at the same time you want something unique and modern as well. So I think I got it on that.
I presume that some of the restaurants that you oversee, or maybe all of them, serve tapas. What's the more popular tapas in Orlando?
They like a lot of ahi tuna here. They like their seafood here.
Right.
Definitely. The scene here is definitely seafood in Florida. We have an abundance of it from each coast. So the ahi tuna we sell a lot of, and then wouldn't really call it a tapa, but it's a huge seller for us. Would be shrimp ceviche. It's like you can do it with any fish really, as long as it's fresh. But it's more or less marinated in citrus and red onion and items like that. There. Beautiful, cures it, delicious. And then it's beautiful stuff. Like, and here there's a big Latin feel here in Florida as well. Like there's a lot of island influence, so we have to cater for that. So it works in our favor.
Well, it also works in your favor in that you're from Dunfanaghy, so you'd be no stranger to fresh fish.
Absolutely, I used to pick the mussels in the bay.
There you go.
Dig the cockles with a spoon.
There you are. Well, that's a good grounding. And how many tapas do you have to create? I mean, I presume that there's set tapas. What you applied with is what you're going to have to present at the final.
Yeah, just one per chef.
Okay.
One per chef, but we'll get teamed up with a restaurant in the city. I think you pronounced it right when you got it. I think it was Valladolid.
Yeah.
So each chef will get teamed up with a restaurant. And then we will actually sell that tapa from that restaurant for the duration of the competition.
Okay.
So I'm not sure who I'm teamed up with yet, but we'll be working on that. And then on the final day, we present to the judges, and it's 11 Michelin star chefs. No pressure.
No pressure. No. 11 Michelin starred chefs.
Yes.
Whoa, that's pretty intimidating.
It is just a little.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you can mix it up with the best of them. And
right.
When's the finals on?
I fly November 6th to the 11th. So the company that organizes the whole thing, eSpain, they'll be reaching out to us soon and giving us the full itinerary. So fly the 6th, get there the 7th, and then we compete until the 10th is the last day. So just waiting on eSpain and the itinerary, and then we'll know more from there. But The dates are set.
And how has the last 12 months or so been at Margaritaville? It's been a tough year in hospitality here in Ireland. I'm sure it's been tough there as well.
It has been, but I can tell you this, and it might shock you. Margaritaville broke every record it ever set this year with staycations.
Yeah.
A lot of staycations and a lot of locals using the resort as a getaway, just from the cabin fever that was going on,
Yeah.
And weddings, banquets, conferences, they're all picking back up again. We did 14 weddings in 1 month there.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and we're looking pretty busy for next year as well. So, going good. Everybody's being safe and sensible. That's the main thing. Especially with the staff, we got to be on the ball when it comes to safety and sanitation and stuff. Definitely, we had the high standards, but we had to really up them just and make sure we're sanitizing every 30 minutes instead of every 2 hours now.
Yeah.
So,
the last time I was in Orlando, I was blown away literally by Hurricane Katrina. So, what's the hurricane season been like? We've not heard any big reports or big stories. So
nothing. Thankfully, it's been a quiet year. Everything missed us or turned back out to sea, or we got lucky. I was actually on here, I think maybe 4 years ago. Can't remember who I was talking to, but I was reporting from the hurricane coming through.
Okay.
Yeah. The one that turned, can't remember. It was down in Puerto Rico, and then all of a sudden it just turns through the state. Was it Maria?
All I remember is Katrina. It kind of spoiled our holiday, but there's been, sure, you're well used to hurricanes there.
Used to them in Donegal.
Well, not on that scale, thankfully.
No.
Listen, the best luck in the competition, and it's been great chatting to you, Joseph. And the best luck. Sure, we'll keep an eye on your progress and maybe chat again. But in the meantime, anyhow, listen, good luck over in Spain and for the future and for the matter.
Thank you, John. I'll keep you posted. And
all right.
Quick shout out to my 3 boys, Misha, Alan, and Kristen. Love you all and love Donegal. Chicana Labu.
Cheers, Joseph. See ya.
Just stop the live, okay? Just stop the live.